Miss Billman, we really missed using area, said everyone ever. Okay, maybe no one did. But we're going to go back to using area, looking at surface area and nets with expression. So here's a net of a rectangular prism. I'm going to go through and label all the sides so I know what all the measurements are, because I'm going to need to only use the numbers 3, 4, and 5 to write an expression. So I'm counting across the squares, knowing that they're centimeters. So the yellow one is like a 3 by 4. The dark orange is a 3 by 5. The orange is a 4 by 5. And I'm labeling them so I have a firm understanding of, okay, do you really know what the measurements are? I will also be using these numbers. Oh, almost messed up there. I'll also be using these numbers to write my expression. Only these ones. So I'm going to use my black marker just in case you can't distinguish the difference of colors. I know sometimes once it gets uploaded to YouTube, some of the colors change. So I'm just going to go through and show you where the colors really do split as far as the sides. And hey, you can see me use a black marker. Totes cool. Now that I know that they're identified, I'm going to start with the yellow, and I have 2 of them. So I could say 3 times 4 in parentheses 2, or the product of 3 and 4 multiplied by 2, but I can't use the number 2. So I'm going to say 3 multiplied by 4 plus 3 multiplied by 4. I'm going to put a little check on it, and I've already done those. Now I'm going to go to the true orange, or this dark orange. It is a 3 by 5. So I'm going to say those 2 plus 3 times 5 plus 3 times 5. And now for my other orange one, I say plus 5 times 4 plus 5 times 4. I add all of these up, and this is really what we were looking at during Unit 4, the last one we did. So it's kind of interesting to see all of our knowledge come back. So I simplify. I know 3 times 4 is 12, so it's 12 plus 12 plus 15 plus 15 plus 20 plus 20. And I know those are multiples, so I could go even further down to 24 plus 30 plus 40. I add 30 and 40 together to get 70, and I add 24 for a final answer of 94 centimeters squared. Even if I accidentally forget that label, I will always know it is squared because it is surface area. I love doing things like this because I do a little tap, tap, tap into the prior learning and that knowledge that I gained and I activated in our last unit. We already knew what area was. Now we took that and we built onto it. I mean, it is so cool to see how we can grow in math when we have a solid understanding of our prior learning. Oh, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. The last thing we're going to look at is writing an algebraic expression for surface area. As far as making a net, we're going to do that using variables. So I don't really know how tall, wide, or really anything that these prisms are, but I'm just going to use this thinner one, and I know that those variables x, y, and z are going to be what I use to label. So I know they're kind of long, so I'm going to draw longer rectangles, but I'm going to draw a tall one like just to start out with, and then split it into fourths because I know they have 4 sides, and then I will add the bases as far as the front and the back, the thing that they name the shapes after. So there's one side, 2, 3, 4, and it is a complete judgment-free zone as far as judging my drawing. Okay, so just like hold all the jokes until you see me. I draw my faces on there, and I don't put them both on one side. That would not make a net. Remember, a net has 6 sides. Specific to this one, 6 sides, and they kind of close. I always think like wrapping a gift. So I label these X, Y, and Z, knowing that I'm going to have to write an expression. It's the same thing from that first problem I did, where I used each number twice, right? I used 3, 4, and 5 each twice. 3 times 5 and 3 times 4. 4 times 5 and 4 times 3, which is the same thing. But each number is used twice, just like these letters. And you'll see that. That's, again, building another connection to our learning. So if I had to write an expression, it would be x times y plus x times y. I would find that area because there are 2 of them. And now I'm going to go through and do y times z plus y times z. And then x times z plus x times z. Not knowing what those measurements are, I put variables in for them. You can do it.